In this video we're going to be making some pretty nice chords. I'm gonna start with some basic stuff and then it's gonna be more advanced as the video goes on. Major and minor chord is all about the quick maths, so to speak, because it's all about the space between the notes. As you can see here, it's 2 semitones between these notes, and it's 3 semitones between those notes. That makes it a major chord. And if we change the middle note, it becomes a minor chord. And now for the power chords. It's a chord that's used a lot in rock and metal, mainly because it's not for pussies, you know. So how you do it is by making 2 same notes but different octaves. And then you put a note in the middle, somewhere it fits. So how do we create some tension and suspense in chord progressions? This of course depends a lot on what kind of chord progression you already have, but generally speaking you want to add semitone changes in the chord progression to give it tension. In the example I'm about to show you, I'm adding a lot of tension and harshness by adding a lot of semitone changes. As you can see here, we have half steps on the left side and the whole steps on the right side. Let's listen to the difference. Chord inversions. What it means is that you can change the octave of a note in a chord to give it a new kind of feeling and sound. As you can see here, it's really easy to play around with. How I personally use the chord inversions is by making the chords closer together, just to make the whole chord progression sound more natural. So let's say we have this chord progression. Now, this doesn't really sound bad, but it's just for the sake of an example. Let's say we want it to sound more natural and not want it to jump too much in pitch. The way we do it is by using chord inversions. So just take the notes that are out of place and throw them down an octave. Nice. When you add a 7th to a chord, it becomes a future bass chord. And how you do it is by counting to 7 from the first note in your chord. Now, let's say you watch this video and you still can't make a good chord progression. You still suck. Well, I guess you have to steal a chord progression, because chord progressions can't be protected by copyright. This means you can take anyone's chord progression with no problem. Bam bam, mon ça se passe, j'ai sur mon lit à bouffer sa langue en buvant grand mon whisky. Quant à moi, peu dormi, vie débris, mais j'ai dû dormir dans la gouttière où j'ai eu un flash.